know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We got to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
Chief Concerns is presented by BetOnline and Olipop. Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns, and ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year. It's football season, and you know what that means? It means it's time to get in on BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Come on, baby. Go. 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 Yes. That's a first down. That's a first down. That's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Cash and Props with Dunn and Dash. As you can see, you got 2 Dashes and no Dunn tonight. We were a little bit late here tonight. So JD, and I apologize that we were late. I know you guys, Friday night, 8:30. I know we usually start at 8 o'clock, but, you know, we want you guys to get in here. But the reason why we're coming on here late tonight, JD was not going to be coming on tonight. So no keys to victory tonight. I don't know if you guys remember Wednesday night, we talked about JD's friend, Sean Little. We kind of had to we did a prayer at the end of the episode for his friend to get better. But sadly, his friend Sean passed away, I think that same night. So, yeah, JD was at his funeral today and his burial today. So JD was not able to make the show tonight. But, yeah, so it's very sad news to hear about JD's friend, Sean. Pretty interesting. Sean's daughter is Shamir Little. I don't know if you guys are any Olympic fanatics. His daughter was amongst the gold medalists in the 4x4 relays this past Olympics. But yeah, very sad to hear about JD's friend Sean. Yeah, I just want to give a little brief moment of silence for Sean, JD, and everybody in JD's family. And yeah, so. So give a brief moment of silence, guys, for Sean Little. All right, yeah. But yeah, we hope everybody, I see everyone in the comments there. We really appreciate you during this time. I know JD's, you know, the guy goes back, you know, with JD, as you can see in the photos there. But yeah, so yeah, definitely say a prayer for JD and Sean's family tonight. But yeah, guys, obviously, not the movie we wanted to start the episode with, but yeah, it's a Chiefs show, so do want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on in the kingdom right now. Obviously, we'll get to the bets later on. No keys to victory. I know it's a bummer. We love that segment, but yeah, JD's going to be JD's with his friends and family tonight. But Teja and I will do our best to hold down the JD fort tonight. But yeah, before we get into the bets, Brett Veach, man, the guy doesn't sleep. The guy does not sleep at all. And the Chiefs assigned left tackle DJ Humphries to a $2 million deal worth $4.5 million max. So yeah, pretty interesting on a Friday night to have news like that. That's I wasn't expecting that at all. But for those of you who don't know much about DJ Humphries, well, DJ Humphries, let me tell you, this guy's had an up and down career. He's 30 years old now, but he's probably the key reason why they did not bring back Donovan Smith after this guy got cleared from his injury. But 2021, he was a Pro Bowler, left tackle, first round pick from the University of Florida. He's had a pretty injury-plagued career, but yeah, he's had multiple extensions with the same team. So, I mean, the Cardinals have extended him a good amount of times in his time there. But, yeah, he's been pretty much primarily left tackle his entire career. But, yeah, he had a back injury, and I believe he's coming off MCL or ACL injury. I don't know, Teja, do you know? It
was ACL.
ACL. Yeah, so, but, I mean, he's had kind of myriad of things. Obviously, linemen, they kind of get battered big time. But, yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, ACL injury, which you all hear. ACL, had a back injury before, though. But, yeah, I mean, this guy could be the missing ticket, the missing thing that we've needed this whole year. Obviously, Wanya Morris, and then Kingsley, Kingsley wasn't the guy we thought he was going to be. What'd you call him?
Princely,
which I've seen some people even worse out there. I've seen Queensley as some of the fans who are kind of done with him.
There you go.
That's yeah.
I didn't want to be appropriate. I just wanted to dog him.
No, Princely is a good one because he's not ready. He's not ready.
Yeah, exactly. Princely still assumes that he's going to eventually be Kingsley.
Yeah. Princely's right on par. But what do you make of the signing? Obviously, Friday night, this thing comes through. It's interesting that it happens on a Friday night. Obviously, he's not playing this week, guys. But what do you make of the move? I mean, I think it's due time that they're just done with the Wanya Kingsley show.
Yeah,
Wanya show.
We've been talking about it for quite some time. We just didn't know we had insert name here. This all makes sense now that knowing why we never signed Don Smith. But the move is on par with what we thought they should be doing for a long time. Like I said, the same reason why we signed or traded for Hopkins. You cannot go into the postseason hinging on what we have. You just can't do it. It's not fair to the rest of the team when you have a struggling group. In Hopkins' case, it was receiver and the injuries we had. And then now it's a combination of injuries and play. Kingsley is play. Wanya he's been getting better every week, but with injuries, he gets knocked out of games a lot. And he came back in a few weeks back, but one of these times he might not be able to come back that week. And we would be stuck with a guy that we're making healthy scratch, or Driscoll. It's we can't, again, it's not, I go back to the year against the Super Bowl against Tampa where we couldn't stop a nosebleed. And Mahomes was getting beat up all game, and we lost because of that. And we vowed never again, right? So I think it's still Wanye's job, but I like the insurance policy. And I don't think they're going to hesitate to yank Wanye if he's struggling in a game. Now that we have someone behind him that we're paying good money to. He comes in and we're already financially more obligated to him than we are Wanye. So, that just goes to show you it's an expensive insurance policy to have. And I heard he struggled a bit last year. I obviously didn't watch a lot of Humphries film, but I heard he did struggle a little bit last year. But if they say he can get back to his pretty much his pre-injury form, it's a great signing at this time of the year at that price.
And I'll tell you what, 30 years old ain't old.
No.
I mean, I'm also biased here today. I should be the 30-year-old myself. 30-year-old's not old, I would say, as far as left tackles, especially. You know, that's one of the positions where it's like 30. You know, when certain positions you have 30 years old, it's like, okay, we're teetering on the older age. 30 is not old for a left tackle at all. I mean, look at what's his name over there, Trent Williams in San Francisco. I mean, the guys can get old. I mean, as long as they stay healthy. Problem is, you can't stay healthy when you're 30 years old. You have all these mounting injuries. Gotta say, I was about to make that comment, Kathy Welch. But, you know, shout out to the Arizona Cardinals. Hollywood Brown comes to us. DeAndre Hopkins somehow comes to us. DJ Humphries comes to us. Cam Thomas, which we've only seen him play a few plays, but I mean, the Cardinals are hooking the Arizona Chiefs, the Kansas City Cardinals. I like that. I did want to make a comment about, you know, talking about his 2023 self. So just looking at his comparison. That's what I will say. I know people want to dog Wanya Morris, but Wanya Morris's numbers aren't that bad. So hear me out here. So DJ Humphries 2023, he had 568 pass blocking snaps, 28 pressures allowed. That's 2023. So far through this year in 2024, Wanya 310 pass blocking snaps, 21 pressures allowed. So, I mean, about 250 more pass blocking snaps last for TJ Humphries, and he had 7 more pressures allowed. Kingsley, that's just I don't really get into that, but 106 pass blocking snaps, 13 pressures allowed. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say Wanya and TJ Humphries.
As far as injury pass, I mean, towards ACL at the way end of last year. The previous year, he missed a flock of games. But 3 straight seasons before that, 16, 16, 16. So, you know.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
Not terrible, no. I mean, look, I mean, Lewis, 30 years old, history injuries. Sure. I mean, we're getting a guy week 12 right here, Lewis. We're not getting a guy who's a full-blown guy. You know, if otherwise he would be on a squad by now. And we're getting him. Let him test it out. If he does play this year, we'll see how he is. And if he looks good, boom, there's our left tackle next year. Don't have to worry about it.
In 4 out of the last 5 seasons, he missed 1 game only. It was just that one season he missed half the year. I'm not counting this one because he tore his ACL then in the last season. What are we going to do? Yeah,
man, that happens. All right, Newt, we're not playing this game tonight, buddy. You Jordan Mailata, what are you talking about here? Come on, Newt. All right, go to the Eagles channel if you're going to talk like that, buddy. Okay, so but I love the TJ Humphries addition, and I think I like it as far as potential for pass this year. That's why I like this move more than I like the Donovan Smith or the Bakhtiari signing, because we're getting a guy who could potentially be here for the next few years. It's not just a right now signing. Like, right, Tej, with the Donovan Smith, Bakhtiari, those aren't past this year's moves. I mean, those are that's it. You sign it for this year, that's it. DJ Humphries could be here for 2 or 3 years, depending on how he looks.
I also think it fit really well because that's one thing we talked about last week or the week before. I forgot. With Bakhtiari, he's not signing somewhere backing up Wanya Morris. He wants to start right away. Humphries is perfect because he's someone who needs to get ramped up anyway and get in shape. So it's perfect for him to come in and back someone up who, let's be honest, at some point, Wanya's probably going to struggle or get nicked up in a game. If Humphries comes in and dominates or just is much better than Wanya is, he's not leaving again. It's just his job the rest of the year. Most likely. So.
Yeah, I mean, you make that move right now, not just to have the depth just in case Wanya goes down. If he comes in and looks good, they're going to leave him as is. I mean.
But that's one thing with him, though. He's not ready to play this moment. So you can bring him in and he can be insurance. You can give him some kind of playing time escalator in his contract that he might not hit if Wanya plays pretty well over the past next, however many weeks. So, he's coming here. Look, Humphries is coming here knowing the score, okay? He's the rookie we brought in. He's been healthy and active. And Wanya either plays average, doesn't play that great, or gets injured. So he knows he'll get in there at some point. He's not dumb.
Yeah, Mike Brennan, Humphries will definitely be playing like it's a contract year given the opportunity. Yeah, I mean, the guy literally just signed for a 4.5-year max at week 12 of the regular season. I mean, He definitely knows his value, and I'm sure there's other teams calling him. I didn't see, but I could imagine there's other teams calling his number. But if I'm him, though, I got to showcase my talents against on the AFC contender, the back-to-back squad. So I got to come back and potentially play for a Super Bowl. Pretty good, and also get a long-term deal with the Super Bowl contenders. They're the teams going for the three-peat. So yeah, I like.
It's a good situation to be in.
Yeah, I like this from a potential aspect. I think we potentially. Hey, guys, it's not a stretch to say. I think we could be looking at our left tackle for the next few years. It's not a stretch to say that. Not a stretch to say. Because I don't think Kingsley's it. And I know you guys want to give him some grace. Sure, bring him back next year. Let him compete against DJ Humphries for the left tackle spot. I think DJ Humphries is winning that 9 times out of 10. But yeah, 10 games of trouble skills. Yeah, and if he does, if he looks good. Sure, let's bring him in. Let's take him up for a sign on the dotted line for a couple more years of this guy. 6'5", 307. How do you like about the size there? You like that? 6'5", 307. Is that you like that?
That's closer to Kingsley than it is the Don Smith, OBJs of the world.
Yeah,
those guys are like monsters. He's not a monster. He's big though, but he's not one of those like 6'5", 6'6", like 340 guys that we've used to been having.
He got paid, man. February 2020, signed a 3-year, $45 million contract extension. August 22nd, he signs a 3-year, $66 million contract extension. I mean, he got pretty good money, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Cardinals kept him around obviously. I mean, when teams are keeping you around, that's when you know the guy's solid. Lewis, if a guy works out, the leg injuries don't matter. If the guy works out and has a clean remainder of the season, you sign him on a 2-year deal. You see where it goes. But right away, leg injuries or not, if he looks better than Wanya, he's the guy. So I mean, I think it's high time we stop complaining about the left tackle situation. This guy comes in and dominates. Boom, let's call it a day. But sure, he's got leg injury problems. Sure. And Kingsley's got blocking problems. So I mean, what do you want? A guy with leg injury problems, or a guy who can't keep our 15 upright? Take the bad with the good, I guess. Yeah. So that's where I stand on that. I love DJ Humphries though. I love it.
Yeah, it's a low risk signing. I don't see any issues with it.
Can't find his arm. Let me see if I can find something here, buddy. DJ Humphries. All right. Okay. Arm length 33 5/8. Let me share my screen here with you guys. Let's bring it on, baby. All right, can you see that, Tej?
Yeah.
33 5/8. Is that the
general rule 34, I think?
Yeah. What was Kingsley?
He's not a rookie coming in the league, though. I mean, this guy's a 8-year vet, 9-year vet. So it's like,
yeah,
we're not seeing if his arm length can pan out. We know he can be a left tackle in the league, right? So I'm not that concerned over arm length at this point.
Yeah. I mean, look, he showed he could do his thing. So, if the Arizona Cardinals are trying to keep you around, that's how you know. I mean, when teams continue to sign you and extend you, yeah, he had the back injury, the ACL injury, was it? And they're going through a rebuild, so it was like, okay, fine, let him go, let him figure it out, and then he signs week 12 at the end of the season, and after he's clear with the injury. I mean, look, it's a really no risk. It's a no risk signing for us at all. We either stick with Wanye, and obviously with Kingsley's in practice squad now, or wherever he is now, but. I mean, this is a great move. I think if you're mad about this, I don't know what to tell you.
There's no reason to be mad about this.
It's
an insurance policy who could very well star for us.
100%. Especially when it is something we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. We've been talking about left tackle. We've been talking about it all season. JD and I have been talking about it all season. So yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. If Veach brought him in, he must be okay. Yep. Agreed, Andrea. Agreed. Mike Brennan, even if he played right tackle his rookie year, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, he's pretty much been their left tackle for a long time. So, and honestly, Mike, that's versatility right there. Let's say something happens to Juwan Taylor the next year or two. Maybe you bring this guy over to right tackle, but I don't know. I think he's pretty much he's pretty much sealed his deal. He's a left tackle in the NFL. So, all right. Yeah, so I really love this. Great news to have this on a Friday night. We would probably have had a emergency show, but then we usually have our Friday betting show. So saw this news, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this.
Why not? Yeah.
If you had a guess, when do you think we'll see him in game action? If we'll two things.
Ooh.
Do you think we'll see him in game action? And when do you think we'll see him if you do think he plays this year?
Yes, I think we see him. Whether it's I think Wanye is going to try extremely hard. If Wanye has to come out because he gets nicked up in a game, you're going to see him try to get his ass back in the game real quick before Humphries looks good. I don't think he wants to lose that starting spot. Wanye's trying to make some money too for the future. So I think we'll see him. What's the next game against an elite D end? If we're going to go non-injury, because we don't want to hope someone gets injured. Let's look at the schedule real fast. Panthers, Raiders. If you can get by Panthers, let's give them that. If Crosby does the thing that he did last time, didn't Crosby try to line up on the other side a lot in that game? Or was that one thinking about someone else? Okay, yeah. So that might be the first shot right there. If Crosby has his way with him on that side with Wanye, and if you go past that again, if Bosa tries to do that, I'd say somewhere in between. I'd say the Charger game. I'll go Charger game.
Yeah, we're getting some mostly Raiders. See some Cleveland here. Yeah. Reading from
they let him get beat in the Crosby game to the point where they'd be like, we don't have a choice. We have to, sorry, man. We have to just because they're being cutthroat. Look, they're cutthroat about Kingsley. Why aren't they going to be cutthroat about Wanye? They got nothing.
I know.
They got nothing promised to Wanye. Okay. So if they're being cutthroat with healthy inactives on our future left tackle, then they don't care.
Yeah, let's put a pause on the future left tackle thing. Just because you're a second round pick, I think let's put a pause.
I give it air quotes. That's
I know. It's too many people hyped up Kingsley and me. It made my expectations something totally different because too many people were hyping him up this offseason.
He was known as a project tackle coming out of college.
I know.
We talked about this on our numerous shows.
I know. You had a lot of content creators out there. One in particular I'm thinking of who thought he was the next Willie Roaf in Kansas City. I know we made fun of it earlier on, but yeah. I do want to point out here. I'm not the biggest fan of this guy, Pete Sweeney from Arrowhead Pride, but nonetheless, he does have a good inside scoop on things that go on there. Chiefs will indeed bring in offensive tackle Teja Humphries, who has been working out, but will still need some practice time to work into football shape. As JD always says, football shape and being in shape, very different things. In the meantime, Kansas City remains optimistic about current starter Wanye Morris, who continues to show improvement. The Chiefs have been in a position where, in the case of any injury to Morris, they would have to slide Joe Thuney over to left tackle. The Humphries addition solidifies the depth there, and he is someone the team could turn to once he's deemed ready to go. So, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
So, excited about that. We finally got it now. So now we don't have to think about the left tackle situation anymore. If it becomes bleak, you got this guy come in and roll him in. Come on.
No, look, they covered all their bases now. The only last thing I would say I wouldn't mind a signing would be cornerback, but
Yeah, and let's just go over these things here. I know everyone's cornerback. A lot of people at Chiefs Kingdom wanted us to get rid of Chris Jones and re-sign L'Jarius Sneed. L'Jarius Sneed's now on IR, has been out for about a month, and now he's going to IR. Okay, so there's one right there. Second, Marshawn Lattimore. And a lot of people want us to trade for Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore has yet to play a snap with the Washington Commanders. So, it's just that not always making a move or doing something. You gotta just trust Veach, guys. I know in the past I used to hate when people say it to me because it's so condescending. Just trust Veach. Shut up. Just trust Veach. Honestly, you got to at this point. You just got to do it. You got to trust Veach and just, I know. And we all have an opinion. We all want to get it out there, but the the Marshawn Lattimore thing and seeing the whole Jerry Sneed thing. It's like, man, like Beach cooked, man. Like even as in action, he cooked in doing so.
Yeah, sometimes the not making a move is the best move.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather, at this point, we spent that money pretty much on Humphries. We don't know what his incentives are yet. I don't think the contracts have been released, but you can still sign a cornerback. We said before the cornerback market was pretty good, wasn't it? Or no?
Yeah, you guys like J.C. Jackson, Patrick Peterson. You want to do the whole Cardinals thing? Let's bring in Patrick Peterson. Just get all these guys.
Yeah, get the whole band back.
Yeah. Yes, much love to Jason and his friend, Sean's family. Appreciate that, man. All the well wishes. JD will be watching this show if he's not watching it right now. But JD will be watching it. So yeah, all the love and all that stuff. Really appreciate everybody. You guys we're Chief Concerns. We're a family over here. We're a nice community. We love you guys. We appreciate the love back you guys give us time and time again, every show, every video we put up there. But we love you guys. So before we get to the bets, which we'll be going over here soon, and of course, since there's no JD tonight, guys, we want you guys to be JD and tell us what you think about our bets. So of course, that's a fun role. You guys get to play in the chat. So please tell us what you think about the bets, and we'll get into that. But obviously, before we do that, I've been pushing it for a little while now. So you guys saw our show Wednesday. You would see we have a little giveaway for you guys this year. We have really goodies, some good stuff. We got Corey the artist who gave us some amazing paintings that will be given away in the giveaway. We have 2 commemorative footballs from the Super Bowl this past year. Awesome footballs. And then Chief Concerns headbands, Jason Dunn jersey, a Hollywood Brown jersey. So a lot of stuff we're giving away. All we ask, you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, which most of you guys have. And then, I think all of you guys have. And then leave a review on our Apple Podcast page, and we leave your YouTube handle there so we know who it is, so we can then link up to it. And then when we do the random giveaways, boom, we see your review, boom, we send you a giveaway. But yeah, so please do that if you guys haven't done so already. It really helps us out. Whereas YouTube, they'll recommend YouTube channels up the wazoo. They do it all the time. Apple Podcasts and a lot of these podcasts, these apps, they don't do that. The more views, the more likes you have on there, that's when they pump it out and recommend it to other people. But YouTube, much more friendly in that department. But yeah, so subscribe and give us a review on there. It helps us out. It gets Chief Concerns out to the whole community, the whole Chiefs world, global, international, worldwide. We love that. But okay. All right, so let me get our bets up here, man. Oh, come on, Witchy. Yeah. No, yeah. Please do it, Witchy. Please do it. Okay. Let's get the bets up here for tonight. Gotta tell you, man, I did
another good feeling.
I like my bets this week.
There you go.
We did horrible last week. Last week.
It's been rough.
It's been tough. Yeah.
You go back to my conservative days.
I think so too. Even this
I'm not really doing that this week though.
You aren't.
No.
There you go. We got Susan in here. Susan, hey there, just hopping to say hello. Hey Susan, we love you. Sending our love to you and JD and Sean and his family. If you didn't see the beginning, we did we honored Sean in the beginning of the episode. But we love you, Susan. We hope you and JD and the Sean's family are all doing well tonight.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, guys, it's about that time. It's time to get your bets in. It's time to get your betting hats on. It's time to get it cooking because we're about to serve you up some slam dunks tonight. That's how it's going to be. Okay. Let's get it here. All right. So last week we got dominated.
You were 1 of 5, huh?
Yeah, I was really bad last week. Hunt was not utilized at all, barely running the ball and barely not in the passing game at all. Chiefs money line, nope. Chiefs over 22.5 points, no. Bills under 25.5 points, no. Josh Allen 33.5 yards rushing, which I think he got on that just alone on that play that dominated us and it made everybody sad and depressed in this group chat in the comments. Mahomes 4+ carries, no carries at all. Allen 10+ carries, he had 10 on the dot. Kareem 46 yards rushing, boom, he got that. Kareem Hunt, 2 catches? No. Hopkins, 3 catches? No, not that. So 2 of 5, 1 of 5 for me. Combined 3 for 10 last week. Not good for the Dash brothers. Not good at all.
Look, next time we play the Bills, just go with Josh Allen, 10-plus carries. That's it. It's 6 out of 6. It's just like it happens against us. And the line was 8, so 10 was like pretty good money for that. It was like plus 160 or plus 170 for that. You know? That was the way to be, man.
Yeah, Mike was right. I told you all to hammer the under for the RB. You did. Okay, and then bets for this week. So Teja, lead us off here with your bet, man, for this week, man.
All right, let's go. Let's start with Hunt, 63 yards rushing. So it's probably the last week before Pacheco likely comes back. I think he gets tons of work before he starts splitting carries up a bit. I think he sees 18 to 20 carries, which is about 4 yards a carry. If he gets that, he'll clear 63 pretty comfortably. Yeah. Young, 3 carries. I'm going back to the quarterback carry. So he's had 4 and 2 in his last 2 weeks. I just think he'll try to generate any movement on offense that he could possibly get. I don't think they're going to be getting a lot of yards on the ground from the running backs. So he's going to have to just move where he can and pick up a couple yards. Try to do something to get positive yardage. He's going to be looking for it. Mahomes, 2 passing TDs, although I think we're going to have a lot more longer methodical drives. I think he'll pass for 2 in this game. I think our red zones looked better lately than it has earlier in the season. I think he'll pass 2. I don't think he'll pass 3. I think he'll get 2 on the dot. Chiefs win first half and game. So I think this game is not going to be a blowout, but I think we'll have control throughout it, especially coming after our last loss. I think we'll look focused and take advantage of an inferior opponent. Again, I don't think we're going to be killing them by any means. It's not going to be one of those 17-0 in the first half type games, but I think it'll be like 10-3 or something in the first half, 13-3, right? And then end of game goes into my next bet, total under 43 points. I think the final score will be 24-14, 27-14, something like that, which will keep us under the 43 mark. Such a low scoring over under against a really, really bad team after a loss. You would think, man, they're just trying to gift us an over here to take. I don't think so. They don't gift us anything. So I think it's a trap. I think we take a lead and just look to protect it the rest of the game and just run the clock out. 25 to win, 325.
What do you think the score is going to be? I'm just curious.
I said 24-14, 27-14.
You and I are not on the same page at all this week.
Yeah, you think it's probably like 35-14 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I like your bet though. I like the Kareem Hunt running. Mahomes 2 passes touchdowns. Yeah, I can feel that. First half game, yes.
I better feel that if you go 35 points.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'd have a 4 touchdown game if you have 35, buddy.
Well, I took a speculative bet. I DraftKings gave a boost out, and I did you'll see. I mean, it's very. I mean, I'll talk about my special bet that I did that's not on this show. But yeah, I like your bet though. Certain aspects it'll mess with my bet, but I like some.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I like some of them.
You mean you see why I chose it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
43 points. It's kind of low, man.
It is. But we haven't scoring much, man.
I know, but
this team gives up a lot of points to a lot of bum teams, man.
Yeah. I mean, what they go to the New Orleans? 22?
The first time 47, but yeah, the last time 22.
What about the last 2 weeks? What are they giving up?
That's their best stretch of the season. The last 2 games. Yeah. Okay, so now my bet. So you guys, please let us know what you think about these bets here. So my first was Kareem Hunt, 100 rushing yards right at the gate. Boom. I'm taking him. I'm taking him to the house. I'm taking him to the house, baby. Hunt's only done it 2 times this year. Out of 7 games, only done it 2 times. I think, as you know, Pacheco's not playing this week, but Pacheco's on his way back. So I think we're going to have inspired Kareem Hunt football this weekend. I think Kareem Hunt's going to go balls to the wall because he wants to make sure everyone knows that Kareem Hunt is still going to be a guy when Pacheco's back. May not be the guy, but he wants to let Andy Reid know, the fans know, that he's still the guy, and that he needs to be utilized even when Kareem Hunt's back. So he's like, I think we're going to have a huge inspired game from him, especially if they didn't even use him that much last week. I think he's going to have a huge game this week. And my other bet that I did a Kareem Hunt 100 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. I'll get to the reason why I say 2 rushing touchdowns, but anytime touchdowns is my next bet. Actually, but before I get to that, so inspired play from him this week with Pop coming back next week. On top of that, Carolina has the worst rushing defense in the league. The worst. They're allowing, dead last, they're allowing 160 yards rushing per game. 160 yards rushing per game. Look at, they've allowed 4 of their running backs to get over 100 yards. Yeah, look at Mike. He likes my bet this week. 4 of the 10 running backs have got over 100 yards this year against Carolina. I just listed them all, 10 running backs. 83 yards, 130 yards, 34, 80, 73, 105, 71, 47, 155, then 103. So even the last 2 weeks when they played really good defense as far as scoring-wise, they still allowed running backs to go over 200 yards. So there's a trend right there. Okay, so there's my favorite one. Anytime touchdowns. I also almost put 2 rushing touchdowns in this one, guys, just because I'm that confident Kareem Hunt dominates this weekend. But Hunt, anytime touchdown. He's got 7 games this year. He has 5 touchdowns. Not in 5 games, but he has 5 touchdowns over across the 7 games this year. So this is a crazy one. So Carolina, of the 10 games they've played, 8 times a running back has scored a touchdown in the 10 games they've played. And across the 10 games, that's 8 different running backs who have scored in these 10 games. But if you look at how many total touchdowns that is, they've allowed 15 total touchdowns amongst running backs across the 10 games this year. So whether it's receiving the ball or running the ball, running backs are scoring touchdowns against the Carolina Panthers. Looking at the totals of all the games, each number I say is a touchdown that goes along with the week that they scored. So 2 touchdowns from a running back week 1, 1 touchdown from a running back week 2, 1 touchdown from a running back in week 3, 2 touchdowns from a running back in week 4, 3 touchdowns from a running back in the following week, 3 touchdowns from a running back in the following week, 1 touchdown from a running back, 0, 0, and then 1. So 10 games, we have 8 times running backs have scored touchdowns, at least 1 in those games. So I'm telling you, the anytime touchdown Kareem Hunt this week is a must. If you're going to put your mortgage on any bet of these weeks, which I hope you don't do that, if you are going to do it, I would say Hunt anytime touchdowns, the lock of the century this weekend. Not you can write it up right now. Hunt anytime touchdowns happening. So
what are the odds on that?
minus 165.
Close.
2 touchdowns, I believe, is plus 360.
Plus 360.
Yeah,
it's a big jump.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, man. Two touchdowns to call that's tough. And plus, I bet you like a guy like Derrick Henry 2 touchdowns. That's probably plus 175 or something like that. Yeah. But a guy like Kareem Hunt, it's tough to give it to him. They give him like a good and
it's because they really don't project it to be a high scoring game. I think our over for the game is 24.5, so that's 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
and Mahomes' 2 touchdowns is minus 143.
Yeah,
so they obviously project it to be Mahomes 2 TDs, Hunt 1 TD. That's what they have it at.
I mean, honestly, both could happen, right? Where you get throws a pass to Kareem Hunt, there you go. It's a touchdown pass and a
That's
touchdown.
True. That's true. So, yeah, it's anytime touchdown period, so he can catch it. That's not
Okay, so my other one. So now the top 2 guys. Those are probably my favorite bets of the weekend. The Kareem Hunt and the anytime touchdown, the Kareem Hunt 100 yards. I like that. So if you also just want to go 2-leg parlay and just go with that, I love that. So now is where I get to the taking some chances here. Chiefs over 33.5 points. So Panthers have allowed 34+ points in 5 of their 10 games. So half their games they've allowed over 33.5 points. So boom. But on the other hand, the Chiefs, they haven't gotten over 33.5 points since the Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl. And before that was the Chiefs and Buccaneers game that same season. So yeah, 33.5 points, getting 34 points, tough ask for our guys. Yeah. So, but if you look at the games where they've allowed the 34 points, oh, Mike likes the 33.5. If you look at the games where the Panthers have allowed 34 plus points, they've done it in 5 of their 10 games. The teams they've given it up to aren't world beaters by any means. You know, the Bears, the Falcons, the Saints, Commanders, and Bengals. Bears, you guys have seen their offense. It's pretty putrid. Saints, pretty putrid. Falcons, hit or miss. Commanders, beginning of half the season was much better than it has been of late. Bengals have been pretty much just scoring 30 points on everybody. But yeah, I like this one. I think 5 to 10 times they've done it this year. I think we're in a bounce back spot. Also, too, we're in a bounce back spot, guys. We just got beasted last week. It's time for us to kind of, get back in this. It's a get right game against a bad defense. Let's go out there and score some points. Okay, so next bet. Panthers under 14.5 points. 5 to 10 games this year, the Panthers have had under 14.5 points. So again, we're got a 50% shot here. Panthers have done this 5 or 10 games this year, and the Chiefs have done this. We've only allowed that only three times of our 10 games. So we've only they had teams score below 14.5, 3 to 10 times. But again, we're coming off a game we allowed 30 points. We got to go ahead and, it's a bad offense. Let's get Bryce Hill. Let's get Andy Dalton in there. Okay. That's the kind of game I want to see from the guys. Which
I don't know.
no, I don't think you want that. But
yeah, you want Young to just be good enough to stay in the game.
Yeah.
You want like an early touchdown and then like nothing after. That's what you want. Like a late garbage time touchdown.
But that probably sweating for the rest of the game after that. They score right away.
Maybe he scored a touchdown, and then we, unanswered for 3 quarters, and he scores one more, 14 to whatever. Oh yeah, I guess 14.5. Yeah.
HVH, we're going to target their linebackers, and if we get an advantage on the O line, you'll see Kareem Hunt rush. Yeah, no, 100%.
I did pick up Sanders. I didn't start him, but he was one of the tight ends I picked up this week.
Sanders, yeah.
I mean,
my last was Chiefs minus 13.5, so we are a 10.5 point favorite as of right now. I'm selling points here. I think we're going to win by 2 touchdowns. We haven't done this. Last time we did this was against, we did it against the Dolphins in the playoffs last year, but last time we beat a team by 2 touchdowns was against the Raiders November 26th last year. So we don't really beat teams by 2 touchdowns, but the fact they're giving us this, I feel like it's one of those things, people are going to be betting, taking the high line at home too. When you're getting double digits at their place, I feel like a lot of people are going to take the home team and take the points there, but I'll take us minus 13.5, and that's 25 smackaroos to win 400 smackaroos. Got to see what everyone's thinking about this one. Let's see here. So these are me versus Teja this week. Mike Brent, 2 concerns for Casey this week. Clowney decided to actually play hard and have a big game, and the rookie wide receiver going crazy Leggett, who I really want us to draft. I did too. But yeah, I could definitely say Clowney's they don't have a good defense, man. This isn't the same defense we played a couple years back, man. They don't have Brian Burns. They don't have a lot of those guys. They don't have Luvu anymore. I mean, this Carolina Panthers team is pretty depleted. They don't really have a good team.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a good squad. They don't have many good pieces. I don't know. But yeah. So hopefully you guys like these bets this week. It's a tough game just because this is a bad team. We haven't looked good offensively. But I do think if you are going to do anything, I like Kareem Hunt. I like the rushing yards. I like his touch. I like his touchdown. Mike Brennan, that Teja under has me worried. Teja 43 points. He doesn't like it.
I mean, yeah, because you and JD pick us to score 42 points every week. I get it. I mean, and of course, Chief fans should love your bets. I mean, you're asking for a blowout, where we score a ton of points and doesn't score any. I mean, yeah, you're rooting for the team. I just don't think it's going to happen. 43 points when they know a lot of people are going to be looking for us to have a bounce back, get right week. A get right week for us right now doesn't mean scoring a ton of points. It just means winning by double digits, and that's what they have us winning at. So for the kind of games we've been playing, 24-14, one of our better weeks this season, okay? Is that our largest margin of victory? No.
What?
If we won by 10 or 11.
This season?
Yeah. No, we blew
Yeah.
one.
I thought we only won by 9. Like it was our biggest.
Yeah, so this would be our biggest victory of the year, even if it is just go by their spread. Vegas' spread. So, yeah, I just think it's going to be lower scoring. At first, I was like, oh man, we're going to do all this, and I was like, you know what, man? Yeah, I don't think so, actually.
A 10 against the 49ers, 28-18.
Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, Kevin Mars, we're going to have a big game, Teja. He's right. We will.
Yeah. Eventually.
Not going to lie, those points on both are a lot for our Chiefs anymore. Our boys just don't blow outs. It's true, we don't. But with the Kevin Mars logic, we're bound to blow them out at some point. And this would be the team to do that against. If we can't blow out the Carolina Panthers, guys, I don't know.
That's what I think everyone's saying, though. That's what I think they're gonna want that. I want to see where, you know what? Let's see where the money is in this.
Their leading tackler, Xavier Woods, was 69. He's a safety. Yikes. 69? Nice. But yeah, good call there, HVHY. Don Peterson, I want to see a rhythm with D-Hop, Kelsey, Worthy, Juju, and some run. Yeah, I want to see us toy with our food. Me too.
D-Hop, what's his, like 3-4 catches was like minus 200 something.
Okay.
I think it was 3 catches. Public betting. All right, let's see this. Let's see where the money is. Okay.
Scott, for all the DJ Humphries stuff, you can go to the beginning of the episode. We talk all about that for the first 20 minutes, buddy.
Total.
We love it, though. We love it.
So, all right. So it started at 45.5. That's how it opened. 84% of bets, 55% of money on the over. And it's gone down 3 points. What does that tell you?
Most of the money's on the over, and it's gone down.
It's gone down. Yeah. Better start changing those bets, boys. You guys are walking into a bee's nest.
Yeah.
That's a significant change for 85% of bets being on the over.
Like I said.
What do you think about that, Brandon? Let's hear it.
Time to hammer the over. He likes it.
Yeah. What? People are hammering the over.
Look at that. After last week's loss, I assume the boys are up for a blowout. Time to flex. Yeah, dude. Roll in on it.
Everyone, you guys are betting with this, not with this. What am I going to do with you guys?
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I said earlier, I said if you're going to take my bets that I like this week, I like the 100 yards and I like 100 anytime touchdown. Those are the two bets I like the most. If I already placed my bets earlier. I put 50 smackaroos on 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. I like that bet. That's my favorite bet of the weekend.
You should try to do like a hit the sweet spot and go like under like 47.5.
With that too?
I could see like, all right, if I'm gonna go Chiefs have a blow up week, I'll go 31-14 on that, which would be 45 points. You want to go extra? You want to say maybe Carolina scores one more, 17-31? Go 48. Go for under 48.5. Just to kind of cover your bases here.
Yeah.
But you're going sky high. What am I talking about? You're over under right now is looking like 34-14.
Yeah, like 48. I mean, I
over 39.5.
Yeah, Mike's a wild one, man.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike's a wild boy.
Yeah.
Scott Stein, I've also heard there's interest in Bakhtiari. There was interest that I think that was mostly on his part. Are you as well? I'm not hearing that at all. And I think that's all. I think all that stuff's dead now. DJ Humphries is the guy. Donovan Smith's done. Bakhtiari is done. It was a fun ride though. The Bakhtiari rumors. I was hoping he'd come, but yeah, I like DJ Humphries. DJ Humphries has a longer threshold here. I think he could potentially be a guy for the next 2 to 3 years if he looks good and he's playing all right. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of the Cash and Props with Dunn and Dash. We hope everybody enjoyed the episode as usual. You guys are fantastic. You guys make the show really what it is. We're just on here talking nonsense for an hour, or I guess it encompasses all the days we do this show and stream. A couple hours, like 5 hours a week of talking nonsense to you guys. But we love you guys. You guys are the best. Yeah, there's the man. There's the man of the hour. There's JD, guys. From our guy JD. Hey, everybody, I just jumped on real quick to tell you all that I love you guys. Thanks for all of your comforting words, support, love, and prayers from me and my family. Appreciate you, brother. We love you, man. We love you, buddy. We will see you Sunday after the game, JD. But love you, buddy. All right, guys. So that'll do it for us tonight. We'll see you guys around 4 o'clock, whenever the Chiefs game ends Sunday. I'll be on Bleacher Report. If you don't make it to Bleacher Report, it'll be on our YouTube channel shortly thereafter. But yeah, love you guys coming in here, dropping in. It's always a blast with you guys. We hope you guys learn something from the betting aspects of things that we talk about, whether you bet or not. Hopefully you guys get more clarity on how you see things and you can use it for your fantasy leagues and just the water cooler talk, hopefully sharing what you know and what you learn from us. But we love you guys. And we hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy some college football tomorrow. Enjoy some relaxing on a Saturday. And of course, we'll see you guys right back here Sunday after the Chiefs and Panthers game. We love you, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Love you all.
Teja.
Later on.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.